Hey, what's up, guys? It's Christy McFit, and I'm here today with my friend,
Hi, it's Karina.
and we are at the old abandoned LA Zoo, and we're going to be comparing the old setup versus the new setup today.
Let's go. So this zoo has been open from 1912.
To 1966.
Like, this work is actually incredible. But the fact that they still standing, and I mean, they actually look really cool. It's a bit echoey, and it smells funny. Don't mind that. Wow.
Oh.
See how the steps are going all the way up? So I'm thinking that maybe lions.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to walk all the way up to feed them, maybe?
yeah.
I don't know.
After exiting the part over there, we found this sign that actually explains that those were actually where the animals were. They kept a bunch of polar bears in those tiny little enclosures.
I
It
cannot
hurts my
believe
heart.
this. So imagine having a polar bear in just a small enclosure just like this. But you know, the good thing is the
Mhm.
zoos have improved a lot
Yeah.
since then. So hopefully the new zoos can show some love and
Yeah.
attention to everybody who deserves it.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder who lived here. I feel like maybe a lion.
Oh, I was gonna hope for a smaller animal at this enclosure.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this
Mhm.
was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
I think back in time they didn't have an understanding, like I said. I wonder how people went through there to do graffiti to start with, but you know, we'll speak about that later.
Parkour.
Parkour!
Wow, I guess this is those set of stairs we saw earlier in the enclosure. I guess that's where they fed them from.
Do you know what I don't get?
Mm-hmm.
These little doors. Like, is that because they were worried that they tried to escape? Like, why are they so small? Like, what is this?
Do you think this is its own enclosure in itself too?
I hope not. So they have more space for the humans to walk down than for the animal to.
Here we are with these tiny doors again.
What is this? I'm going in.
Shh.
I mean, even if you do enter,
There's no point.
there's not much to see.
Do we think this place is haunted?
Very likely. But there's for sure plenty of suffering because I have no idea. Oh, who lived there?
Yeah. When did was suffrage? Because I know they still had. No, tell me. You're like, you fucking idiot.
I am not talking about this enough today.
Tell me.
We're hoping that this was.
3 enclosures in this one little cube.
This one is for anyone who has lost a loved one. You're invited to leave a message for someone you can no longer speak to in the physical realm. Oh,
Wow.
that is that's quite a thing.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
This kind of hiking, I don't mind. You know, it's not real hiking.
Yeah.
It's just like walking down.
Yeah, true.
Watch your step.
It actually does look like an enclosure because you have the entry door here and then you have the cage looking door there. So I'm assuming they would have an animal coming to the front of the cage. I'm assuming because you have a drain there. So I'm assuming what happens, you'd have an animals here so humans can walk this way and all the way down to feed whoever that was, a polar bear. I'm assuming there were parrots here. It almost feels like a human lived here because it seems too big for what other enclosures are like.
Yeah. I know it's small for a parrot, but back then, do you think that these would be a row of birds maybe?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And in the hot heat with the sun beating down too.
That's crazy, yeah.
I don't see any places for air conditioning, airflow.
Back in time, the airflow was the wind.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this was some sort of mammal, maybe? It seems like there's a basking spot. I've really, like, I'm just guessing right now. Like, that's not, I'm just saying things because
Using our imagination.
imagination. Oh, it's open. Wow.
Oh,
Very inviting.
yeah.
Do you think you can figure out like smell?
Yeah, did you know the human nose can smell up to 200 years prior?
This is cool.
Stain.
Stain. Ooh, wow.
Maybe this was a waterfall and maybe a pond.
I just wish they had signs of like who was here, you know,
Yeah.
so it would be easier to understand.
That would have been really cool, actually.
Look, these are deep.
Oh, wow.
How big are these? Wow, look at it. It's all kind of becoming natural, connected to the nature. This is so freaking cool.
We noticed there was some sort of pulley system. It looks like it opened and closed something. Do you have any ideas of what it
Yeah,
might be?
well, there's a hole right there, like a
Uh-huh.
little circle thing. So maybe like back in time, because they used ropes for something heavy, so maybe it was like connected to that and this, and they just
Wow.
work out.
I like your imagination. Very vivid.
Yeah, imagine it's just nothing to do with that. I'm just making things up, but you know, we move.
Here we are at the new LA Zoo, and we're gonna see how we've learned and grown as humans.
So we just arrived, and so far so good. Even the exhibits that's not real animals have more space than the other place.
Yeah,
So I'm feeling positive about this one.
definitely. And they have wildlife volunteers around here giving
Yes.
facts about the animals at each enclosure, so it's really sweet.
Yeah, so I'm can't wait to see the actual enclosures and make sure that everybody's happy.
Yeah,
Let's go. These are beautiful.
Yeah.
And actually, so far so good, because look at this long enclosure for all these birds, and they have a little pond. They have greenery. They have that upper bit there.
We're already doing so much better. This alone.
Yeah,
It's
this is
beautiful.
cool. Let's find somebody else. So this is an aviary. Remember last place? It was basically just this. And let's go inside and see.
Just have to be quick look. Wow.
I am so excited. Look how much space they have.
This is so good for them.
Look.
Beautiful.
Wow, what is that bird?
So cute. Oh, beautiful.
Hello.
Hello.
You are stunning.
So cute. Oh. Wow.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
He seems very happy too.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them.
Ooh.
How cool is that?
Stunning.
And look at this waterfall. Oh my god. It's incomparable.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the tropics right now, somewhere in the middle of Amazon, just like
A tropical paradise.
I don't know. This is so freaking cool. And look, they have a little river that goes from the waterfall.
Wow. We are at the snow leopard enclosure. We don't see it right now, but it's quite peaceful. How far back do you think it goes? Because I was almost gonna argue it could be bigger, but I also don't know how much space a snow leopard requires.
So see, there's a cage that's in that way. I feel like there's a whole huge thing,
More back there.
but indoor enclosure. kind
That
of
makes
thing.
sense.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the enclosures.
That would make sense.
Okay, well, maybe.
Still miles better.
It's
Miles and miles
definitely better,
Mhm.
for sure. Well, let's go and see what else can we find.
I am amazed. What about you?
Yeah, I'm very happy with this enclosure. Look at these little monkeys. They just like, there's two there, one over here, and it actually feels like a rainforest,
Real
right?
forest, yeah.
It really makes me happy
Me
to
too.
think how far humans have came from like 1912 to now 2025. He
that
is
for the
not looking
better.
happy right now.
Hi.
He's like,
Misters. High tech.
I mean, it's not just the fact that it's misters. Look how much space. And that brings us to the last enclosure that we wanted to visit. This is where gorillas are. And I mean, it's beautiful. Look how spacious. They have water, they have place to,
Shade.
yeah, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful.
And I hope, we keep learning new things and making bigger enclosures possibly, or just new things to make the animals happier. All right, guys, we got to see so many different types of enclosures today, some not so great, some really amazing ones. And it's good to know that we've learned a lot over the years.
For sure.
How are you feeling?
I'm perfectly, what's the right word?
Content?
Content, yes. I'm perfectly content with seeing how enclosures are nowadays and the huge improvement of everything. So when you think about the zoos, a lot of people just think about the animals being in captivity. But the biggest thing that people forget is that if we wouldn't have animals in the zoo, we wouldn't be able to learn about them and study and be more educational. And like for example, going from enclosures what we've seen earlier to these enclosures, like that would not be done if we wouldn't have animals in the zoo. So there's always obviously a negative and a positive. You also have to remember that there's a lot of places like National Geographics that made documentaries that weren't real. So knowing that you can learn about the animals just by coming to the zoos and just seeing them every day, it makes such a big difference. We've learned a lot of things today, and I'm hoping you guys learned something too.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and let me know what you want to see in the next video. And thank you, Karina, for joining me.
Of course.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Karina's channel in the description below. See you in the next one.